Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. This week I'm using a kit from Sadie Stickers. I believe it's the September Mystery. So first of all, apologies if my voice sounds a bit strange. I have a streaming cold and there is nothing that I can do about it. Apologies if this is really annoying, and if I sound really annoying, feel free to skip this one and hopefully I will be much improved by the next one. This kit I purchased from someone who was destashing it. So this something I've kind of just dipped into is kind of purchasing things that people are reselling and destashing, at that kind of lower price point, depending on how much is in a kit. Maybe it's already partially used, that sort of thing. So this was purchased from someone on Instagram. I bought a couple of kits from them, and this was one of the ones that I just thought the colour scheme was gorgeous, and I needed another winter kit, and it is a really, really lovely colour scheme. This kind of light blue and yellow, almost brown colour I absolutely loved, and I think this is my favourite spread of the year so far, in this planner. I think it's been 4 spreads in January, I think. So that's where the kit, that's what the kit is and where it came from. I have just sort of discovered this world. I never really thought about it as a thing. I just thought obviously printables are something I'm heavily going to be relying on this year, but I have just set up a very, very private and minimal Facebook page just to join a couple of planner destash groups, just because everyone seemed to give me the feedback that that's where people tend to resell kits and sticker sheets and things. So I'm going to give it a go. I hate Facebook. I haven't had Facebook for it's got to be about 12 years at this point, I reckon. I keep it for Messenger, but I have it deactivated. So I set up a new one, a completely blank Facebook, just for the destash groups. So I'll see how I get on with those. If everything is still, more money than I can afford this year, then I will draw a line under that and continue to stick with the printables. But I just thought, in case there's any hidden gems that come up that people are selling for sort of really good prices, then why not? And I think there is one that is UK based, if I remember what I was looking at earlier. So yeah, it'll just be interesting. I'll keep you updated on how I get on with that, just in case that's something that you're considering as well. If that's something you have experience with, good experience, bad experience, general advice on that sort of thing, please do let me know in the comments, because I would be really interested. Everyone's been so helpful with just kind of sharing their own experiences with printable kits, with different paper, how frequently they plan and do the sort of thing depending on where they are in the world. So that's been really, really lovely. So yeah, any advice and guidance and just general experiences would be much appreciated. So in terms of the base, I used just the kit, and I think I used the script from Sadie Stickers, and I used the date covers that actually came in the kit. So I didn't use any of my paper trail plans or anything like that. I just used what was in the kit, which was really nice. You'll see in the sidebar, it was just slightly unfinished at the bottom, but I was obviously just so keen to crack on with the full boxes that I didn't really notice. So I did go back later in the spread. I don't think it's on camera, and I just added one of my favourite dainty doily dividers from Panther Designs. So laid the full base. So this week, again, a very uneventful week overall. I did have a really good weekend. Friday to Sunday was good and exhausting, but we'll come to Sunday later down the line. This week we finished watching Dark, and it is a series on Netflix. I want to say it came out in about 2019. I'd watched an episode way back when and kind of decided it wasn't really for me. We don't really mind watching stuff in other languages with subtitles, so that's never a barrier for us. But I remember watching it last time. Typical Wendy is now wanting to get under the covers next to me, which is lovely. Yeah, I remember watching it before, and it wasn't quite... I really like, I think I've said before, the kind of thrillery crime shows like Criminal Minds, obviously CSI, and all of the different chains of CSI aren't as kind of heavy and thrillery as that sort of thing. They're a lot more light police, but that kind of thing. Line of Duty. I'm trying to think what other kind of stuff. Broadchurch is another one. So I do enjoy the kind of crime thriller shows, but this one just felt different. I don't love supernatural stuff, and when I say supernatural, I mean things that are unnecessarily complex and things that don't have in my brain a reasonable if I can't make sense of it, I suppose. And yeah, it was just one of those, and I kind of knew from way back when I watched the episode, but Lewis didn't want to watch it on his own, so I said, okay, we'll watch it together. And I knew from the first few episodes, oh my days, it is so slow. It's a really highly rated show, but it is so slow. There is so much character development. It's a real, for me, it's a real trawl to get through. So I actually asked if I could read ahead because I did not want to watch 3 seasons of that. But if you're someone, it's all kind of time travel-y, time loop stuff, but it's the start of it, sorry, I'm not making much sense. The start of it kind of feels like it's going to be a crime thriller because a kid goes missing and a kid turns up, and it's just not that. It's very heavy. It's quite emotional in places, but yeah, thankfully he didn't make me watch the 3rd season because I was done. I was so bored out of my mind. It was just dragging, but it's really high rated. If you kind of base your watches on IMDb ratings and stuff, everyone everywhere, Reddit everywhere, seems to have nothing but incredible things to say about it, but it was not for me. I have swiftly gone back to my Sex and the City, and you'll see I've marked Love Island a few times this week as well, because that is my guilty pleasure. All Stars is on at the moment. I think I've probably said in a previous plan, that's the only reason I'm watching it, is because it's All Stars, so it's people that I've seen before, and it's interesting to see what they're up to and what they're like, 8, 9, 10 years later. So in terms of weekend plans, we picked up our new car. I think I said in a previous plan with me, we decided to go with a Lexus. So we did go and pick that up. It is weird getting used to a bigger car, and I have always loved SUVs and mini SUVs, but I haven't driven one in a very long time. About 8 years ago, I had a Nissan Juke and I loved it. That was my baby, that car. I absolutely loved it. I had it in the midnight blue, and it was an absolute stunner of a vehicle. But the fuel economy for the job I was doing at the time wasn't good enough, so I had to sell it and, think properly about the car that was going to get me the most fuel efficiency. So that was the last time I drove it was a mini SUV. It was a really small one. This one's bigger than that, but yeah, it's lovely. It's really comfortable. It's what we need. It's a sensible car, and it's fine. We will have fun cars again. We keep telling ourselves that the time will come for us to have fun cars again. That time is not now. We have a dog. We need to be sensible about what she's comfortable with, because she's really nervous in the car. She has to come first. And we don't need 2 cars because we both work from home, so there's just no need. So that was fun to do on Friday, and we stopped at Gloucester Services on the way home, it's down this side of the country. It's really famous because it is the most fantastic services. It's a farm shop, and it's incredible. It's so expensive, but the quality of food and the snacks you can find in there. They do fresh bread, they do fresh pastries. I had the most incredible orange and Earl Grey cake. It was phenomenal. I cannot even put into words how flippin' delicious that was. And they do these honey and mustard chipolatas, really tiny ones that you can buy out of the kind of hot cafeteria section. Oh my goodness, absolutely divine. absolutely divine. So that was amazing to stop and do that on the way home, because it was on the motorway, literally on our way home. And then on Saturday, we went for lunch at my grandparents' house. It was really lovely just to go and see them. They're going away soon to Tenerife for a month, so we just wanted to make sure we got to see them, catch up, see how they're doing, and just spend some one-on-one time with them, because the last time I saw them was Christmas Day, but it was chaos. I can't recall if I did. I don't think I did a Christmas week plan with me for 2024, but it was chaos. It's absolute chaos. So I just wanted that kind of one-on-one time. Oh, I just want to highlight here, I'm doing something that I saw Lauren of Plan Mosh Plan do. I said recently I was rewatching loads of old Plan with Me's, which I still am. I'm still rewatching the same stuff because I just love it. It's so peaceful and calming, and there's so much inspiration, where she just used this little cloud from White Day Stationery and put some foil dangling from it to look like raindrops falling. And I love that because it was absolute torrential rain on Sunday, so I did just want to mark that in that really cute way. The weather has got really bad here. It was dry and sunny, cold, really, really cold. We've had a really cold spell over here, but it hasn't been raining, so that was the first rain, and it was heavy. So went out for a walk with Wendy's best friends, and that I didn't get any pictures because it was raining so bad. We just heads down, marching forwards, and now I've got this cold. So thank you to the weather for that. But this is what the finished spread looks like. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.